impassioned introduction and for everything that you do for our community. I really appreciate working alongside you as a Deputy City Clerk for the City of Schenectady. And you know, this room is really filled with so many great and wonderful advocates and community folks that really just make this community such a great place to live and work. So I'm delighted to be joined by all of you, and Lisa, thank you. I really appreciate that. It was very kind. I want to extend a super appreciation to our host tonight, Jeanette and the crew here. We're coming up on just a year ago that the devastating fire struck just these couple buildings right next door to us. And here we are in the refurbished Belchivo and doing better than ever. And if you're ever looking for a balsamic chicken flatbread in the afternoon for lunch, this is the place to come. I eat it all the time. It's delicious. So thank you for having us tonight. I also want to acknowledge all the incredible elected officials here. And the list is very long, which is very encouraging. So I really appreciate all of you being here. I just want to go through the list, and please, if I miss anyone, please help me call some folks out, because we have such a great crew. So John Ferrari, Schenectady City Council member, was here earlier. Diane Marco was here as well from Rotterdam, town clerk. Very appreciate her support. Eli McNutt is here, representing Assemblyman Phil Steck's office. Where are you? There you are. Thank you, sir. Councilmember John Palomini is with us as well. That a little bit higher. We also have Councilman Ed Kosher, as well as Councilmember John Wood-Baron is with us. So thank you, gentlemen. Mr. Thorne, my boss, brought me into the city over 3 years ago. Chuck Thorne is here, the Schenectady City Clerk. Thank you, Chuck. Lisa, thank you. Michelle Martinelli, the Niskayuna Town Clerk, is with us as well. There she is. Thank you, Michelle, for being with us. Richard Paterni and Richard Russo, both our newest elected county legislators, are here. Thank you.
They're both rich.
For championing the cause and being here with us tonight. I certainly appreciate your support. We also have county legislators, Gary Hughes is here. So thank you, Gary, for being here, and Rory Flanagan, thank you. Putman, yes, sir, sorry. Thank you so much for being here. Marion Porterfield. There we are, Councilmember Marion Porterfield. Thank you so much for being here tonight. As well as our County Legislative Chair, Tony Jasinski, is in the house. Tony, thank you. I also want to acknowledge Peggy King, former Council President Peggy King is here. Thank you so much. We also have County Attorney Chris Gardner is with us tonight. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, girl from Rotterdam town. Attorney, yes, with the little one. My youngest supporter is here with a button, which is awesome.
He is registered.
He
will vote.
We also have county legislature.
Amy's here, just give her the paper.
Karen Johnson is here as well. Karen, thank you so much for your support. City Council Carl Felicico was here earlier, and he stepped out. But Corporation Counsel for the City of Schenectady, Carl, I certainly appreciate his support. We have our county chair, or our city chair, for the Democratic Committee, Dick Naylor, is with us tonight. And he's joined by Joe Landry right next to him, who's our county Democratic chair. Also want to acknowledge Amy Hill is here with us from the Board of Elections. She does a lot of great work. Very important.
And Tom Gifford from the Village of Scotia.
And Dan Garl was here earlier as well, the chair of the Rotterdam Democrats. And yes, Tom was on the list. Thank you. Kara Jasinski. Thank you for being here. And Helga. All right. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. Certainly, all the support and having all the folks here tonight means a great deal to me. So thank you for that. And really, just briefly about myself. Born and raised in upstate New York. My passion, my heart is in upstate New York, and I completely believe that Democrats can do great things for upstate New York. And I think there's been a fallacy that too often Republicans like to tell in upstate they just can't get the representation or the advocacy that they need from a Democrat in upstate New York. And I'm here to tell you that that's not the case. We're doing great work. Democrats are doing great work. And the city of Schenectady as well as the county. So we're going to do great things, and we just need to help get that message out there. And I also, as my background in social work, I believe that that experience, having 10 years of direct practice experience, has taught me how to listen to constituents, how to sit down and really listen to where folks are at, and then become an advocate. I really learned how to become a persistently polite advocate from my clients that I worked with over here at the AIDS Council, my first job in Schenectady, because they were working so hard at getting their needs met that they just had to be persistent. And we had to be persistent together to make sure that whether it was human service, whether they're getting housing assistance or medical assistance or public assistance, that we just had to be persistent. And I really learned that skill from them. So those many different initiatives that I've been involved in that Lisa talked about, it's just this polite persistence that I kind of just don't go away. We're just gonna keep working on it. So we're gonna be bringing some of that energy to the Senate seat. So certainly all of you here tonight is a true show of support and appreciation for my bid for the New York State Senate. I'm going after the 49th District New York State Senate seat, and I need all of you to join me in that fight, and we can do this for sure. So really appreciate all of you being here. I also want to talk a little bit about some of the initiatives that I'm going to be engaged with moving the campaign forward. But before I do that, I want to acknowledge some of the I call them my intervention team. Right? When you're running up against a 40-year incumbent, this is nothing short of an intervention, right? We're really trying to take back this district. So my campaign chairman, or chair, Bill Cook, where are you? Yes, we also have my treasurer is here as well, Samantha. Where you are. And we got a number of other volunteers here with us tonight. If you could just raise your hand if you're helping out with the campaign. Martha's here, Ellie, we got Bill, Amanda. We got a great crew of folks that are helping us out. So we're putting together a winning team to pull this one out. So thank you everybody for all your support and for being here as well, all right? So some of the other initiatives, so part of what I'm going to be doing, and you might have caught my video on social media the other day, but I'll be working hard to promote campaign finance reform, and I think from the national level on down, it's a big issue for folks. And so in May, I will be working a drive, walking and riding my bike all the way from Woodlawn in Schenectady all the way to the top of the district, which is 118 miles, between walking and riding my bike to bring awareness to campaign finance reform, so that we can make room. Thank you. I truly want to, let folks know, the average person out there who feels that it's too much of an uphill battle to get involved in local politics or state level politics, or if you don't have $1 million in your bank account, or you don't have a lot of wealthy friends, that elected office and running for offices is something you can do. And I think that my campaign will hopefully motivate and inspire folks to really try out running and getting involved in the political process, because we really do need more folks involved in local government and state government, and it's really where the change happens. So I look forward to pushing that initiative forward. I also, there was a petition here, and I want to thank everybody who took just a few minutes to sign that for us tonight. But as you know, the Schenectady City School District is in the process of collecting 50,000 signatures. So they're trying to get the funding that they are eligible for based on the way the law is written, the foundation aid funding. And unfortunately, the way the legislature is structured, they're not providing the full amount of funding that Schenectady School District is entitled to. And that equates to about, they're getting shorted about $62 million a year. So there's a grassroots campaign in the city of Schenectady that is trying to collect these petition signatures. So thank you for signing that petition, and if you have not done so yet, please do. But it's an important issue. We shouldn't have to collect 50,000 signatures to get our state legislatures to do the right thing or what's dictated by law, but that's where we're at right now. So we're working on it. And I also want to recognize Assemblyman Phil Santa Barbara and Angelo Santa Barbara and Phil Stack are both championing a bill called the Small Cities Successful Schools Act, which is geared towards bringing more funding into small cities across the state. So that's leadership. And when it comes to Senator Farley, he's not providing leadership. Just a couple cycles ago, he told constituents to save their stamp. And right? And so now this is where we are, and we're back fighting. And I certainly appreciate the leadership, and that's the kind of leadership we need in the New York State Senate as well. So I look forward to bringing that forward. And lastly, just a quick update with regards, Lisa had mentioned the work that I've been doing around the manufacturing. I think one of the biggest issues out there for constituents is economic development and job creation. And we have such a rich history in the city and in the county and in the district with regards to manufacturing. So I've been very fortunate as the Deputy City Clerk to champion Manufacturing Week. We're coming into our 4th year, and it started with a sit-down, actually, with Mr. Cook and the Mayor and another member of Labor, and I said, Mr. Mayor, would you be so kind, could we bring in a film called The American Made Movie, which was really a film about championing consumerism, right? Like, where do you buy your products? And where is it made? Because consumers have just as much a responsibility helping us recover our economy as elected officials do, right? So he said, absolutely, sure, let's do it. So we hosted a special screening of the American Made Movie at the GE Theater, and it was a great success. We raised, I don't know, $600 for Youth Build Schenectady, which just had their own little launch party on Friday, which was great. And it led to this really collective group of folks. And Peggy King was a big supporter in that initial initiative too. So thank you, Peggy. Yeah, and Lisa helped us get it going as well. So, okay. Sorry. So I just to kind of wrap this story up. So it started out with the American Made Movie, and we had a great screening of that over at the GE Theater, and that led to an incredible committee of work. And so what's happening coming up this spring is there's actually been a sequel that's been taped. And through the work that we've done with the committee, they taped some local folks up in Ballston Spa, and it's a national tour that is going to be coming through the city of Schenectady sometime this summer, spring, which is pretty exciting. They're going to be making stops in San Francisco, New York, LA, and Schenectady. I know we got some county legislators who need to get going and get over and get some good work done. Again, I want to thank all of you for being here tonight. I appreciate your support. Please make sure we have your contact information so we can keep you abreast of all the exciting things happening with the campaign. Again, special thanks to Jeanette here at Belchivo for hosting us tonight, and everybody for coming out and supporting the effort. So much appreciated. Thank you. And